Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Alright, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders, Greatest SummerSlam countdown. What's going on? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Alright, from unforgettable matches to shocking moments, SummerSlam has delivered some of the most iconic wrestling memories ever. This is the Greatest SummerSlam countdown. What are your initial thoughts, Des?
I love SummerSlam. It is one of the original pay-per-views or PLEs of the year. So these just, it's so great. Really great matches. A lot of historical things have happened. So I love it. I can't wait to see what made your top 5 list.
This was so tough for me because I honestly forgot about some of these, and I was just like, whoa, I can't believe, this particular match happened during SummerSlam. So This was really tough.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, who's your number 5 and why?
Okay, so this one is a random one, but it's 1992 when they were in London at Wembley Stadium. And let me just preface this. I have picked my top 5 just based on certain matches that I absolutely loved. So, I'll just explain why. But I think it's pretty obvious. It was the big IC title match between British Bulldog and Bret Hart. Diana Hart-Smith was in the audience, didn't know who to root for, her husband or her brother, and it really elevated both. And that was I think it's one of the best technical matches, just because, come on now, Stu Hart trained them. So it was a no-brainer there. And then also, too, it was a Randy Savage Ultimate Warrior match, which I really love. And the iconic Legion of Doom entrance when they're on the motorcycles. So awesome. So 1992.
That's a great choice. I was going back and forth whether I should put that on. This is so tough. We could have done Get Back 25. All right. Mine is 1998.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in Madison Square Garden. Stone Cold vs. The Undertaker was the headliner. So, to me, this captured the rebellious, intense energy of the late 90s, the Attitude Era. It delivered a lot of high drama and relentless physicality that defined that era's boom. And I just thought that, I specifically remember the AC/DC promo nonstop. And with Stone Cold, The Undertaker, they kind of had that thing with the promo. I think it really, like the Attitude Era, that was Stone Cold and Undertaker kind of carried a lot of it. So I had to put it on.
Excellent choice.
All right. Who's your number 4?
1998 in Madison Square Garden, Highway to Hell.
We both have good taste then.
It's fantastic. And you said it. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. It's a hell of a match. The promo, the build up to it. There was also a ladder match with The Rock and Triple H. But it was like peak Attitude Era. The fact that these 4 guys are iconic, still iconic to this day. And let me tell you, after watching back some of the matches, the crowd was wild back then. And they were insane during the Stone Cold Undertaker match. And that's what I think makes a big pay-per-view, a big PLE, is the crowd. So, 1998.
All right. Great choice. All right. Mine, and this is, again, some of these on my list, you may be like, but I just thought it was really good. SummerSlam 2015.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, no holds barred. I thought it was cool that was kind of the revenge match from SummerSlam, which was great. Seth Rollins had a really solid match. It was basically, and also, it kind of reminded me of the Attitude Era, that particular SummerSlam. It was pretty violent, emotionally charged battle. I just thought overall it was a very solid PLE.
Good choice.
Okay, now we're getting to the one in the middle. Who you got at number 3 and why?
Well, I'm in the middle. It is 1988 in Madison Square Garden. It was the first SummerSlam ever. And it was the big match between the Mega Powers and the Mega Bucks. And this iconic match with these two studs, with Andre and Ted DiBiase. Miss Elizabeth is a bad girl in this one and rips her skirt off and interferes. And of course, Mega Power wins, but this is the catalyst of Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan, because Macho gets upset that he puts Miss Elizabeth on his shoulder celebrating. So that just ignites one of the best feuds ever. And also, too, there was a couple of matches with Warrior winning the IC title against Honky Tonk Man. So this one is just pure fangirl for me. So, yeah.
That's a great choice. It kind of set the foundation of what SummerSlam is. Let me actually kind of point this out too. What a lot of people don't necessarily realize is, remember, in the beginning when they were basically experimenting with SummerSlam, Survivor Series, at the time there were only 4 PLEs, they didn't know if it was going to be successful, and for all we know, if it wasn't successful, they could have just scrapped it completely. So
yeah,
the beginning PLEs really kind of set the course for what we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my number 3. Here's something that we kind of discuss on this podcast. There was sort of almost a forgotten era right after the early 2000s, because that was the end of the Attitude Era, and then kind of just like the revival maybe around 2015, 14. Mm-hmm. So mine is SummerSlam 2009. And this was when CM Punk beat Jeff Hardy for the title.
Yes.
John Cena and Randy Orton. That was a huge match. This I'm sure you're going to like that one. Yeah. This was a thrilling blend of high-flying and technical wrestling styles overall. This solidified CM Punk as one of the top stars, gripping storytelling action. And this whole event, it was a balance of emotion and ring excitement. So I just thought this was great.
And that is something that we often forget, that those were SummerSlam matches.
Yeah, it took me a minute. That's like putting this list together was tough, because I had to go back and say, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because as soon as you said it, I was like, and then when you said Punk and then Cena versus Orton, I'm like, oh, that one.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're counting down. We're getting close to the end. Who's your number 2 and why?
Okay, number 2 is 2000 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Just because of the TLC match, that was enough to put it over. Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian, we still talk about it to this day. Some amazing spots that people try to top and they cannot. So damn good. Kane versus The Undertaker, and where Undertaker removes Kane's mask. It was just peak Attitude Era to me. Rock versus Triple H and Kurt Angle. Amazing. No words. That was it. Just the card itself was enough. So amazing.
Okay, and I swear we haven't seen each other's list, but mine was SummerSlam 2000.
All right.
Yeah. Everything you just said, I was actually very close to putting this at number 1. A lot of the outlets actually did this. Talking about the Attitude Era, man, the cards back then, they were so stacked. They had so much depth as far as actual wrestlers. Some of these guys were main eventers that they were basically in the middle of the card, because that's how much talent they had. Wow. So everything, I don't even have to get into my reasons why, because you just said it. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Number 1, who you got and why?
This one, I think this is everyone's favorite, but mine is very particular to the return of a special someone, but it's 2002 in Long Island. It's the return of Shawn Michaels. the love of my life in wrestling. And, this was after he came back with injuries and rehab and becoming a new man. And he particularly said, my return match will be my best friend, Triple H. And it was just so nostalgic. It was so great to see him back in action. It's like he was never gone. Very emotional. And, yeah, it was amazing. And then on top of that, that card was stacked. It was Brock versus The Rock. And that was kind of a passing of the torch when Brock won. And at the time, he was the youngest champion to win. And that's when Rock left to go do Hollywood stuff. And then there were other matches of Edge versus Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle. It was top tier perfection of a card. Yeah.
And my number one is SummerSlam 2002.
Yes.
And listen, we always say this, we surprise each other on purpose. As you can see, our back half of was a little bit different, but yeah, this was just too good. I was actually at AJ's Sports Bar in Tallahassee when they were showing wrestling events.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember that very specifically because we were broke college kids. We were not spending $50 out of or $30, whatever it was.
No, you go drink your beer and eat your wings.
Exactly. Kind of wish they did that now, but this was unbelievable. It really was iconic. I got to be honest, I was definitely taken back a little bit. I didn't necessarily expect Brock to win the title because he just got it.
Yeah.
So they gave it to him quick, but what a creatively, just an amazing decision. I thought it was great. And I also remember, I'm pretty sure Chris Benoit had a match against RVD. And I think that was one of the first matches. I could be wrong, but I kind of, because I remember at AJ's, there was a back and forth about some people were saying RVD and Chris Benoit. I just thought it was great. I just thought it was so cool that, because wrestling was at an all-time high at the moment, so you could just watch wrestling with a bunch of friends, just like you said, eat your wings, have your beer. It was great. But yeah, 2002 was definitely epic.
So good.
All right, and what are your final thoughts?
Well, I love that the fact that we had 3 of the 5 together because we both said, you're going to be surprised with what's going to be on my list, and look at us. Of course, great taste.
Exactly.
But besides that, SummerSlam is amazing. It's nostalgic. It's one of the best. It's one of the pillars of WWE premium live events. And this summer's is going to be great just because it's going to be a 2-day weekend action-packed event. And I expect nothing but greatness from this one.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think for the first time it's going to be 2 nights, but totally justified. This SummerSlam is actually going to be very strong. They already have a lot of the card that's kind of currently out, or at least rumored. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, that wraps up this episode. Give us your countdown for the greatest SummerSlams. Shoot us over a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right. Until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.